try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Wilson on second down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards through the air on a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's second down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously
that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
19. Shotgun. Hey, easy. Check 51. Check 51. Gotta go.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll try to run with Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
68!
Dalton, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game.
And that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, get stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Back now in Cincinnati. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. 14. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Wilson on the keeper. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come out here in the I. They run for it with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Out to kick is Janikowski. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
368! Move! Here you go, 368! Heavy.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
5-0, 5-0. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Heavy. Over here, yes.
This will be Dalton again. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 50, 14. Hey. 14.
Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. But I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, passing it. Dalton. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Dalton wants to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So now Dalton. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big spot. Andy Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. This is caught inside the 15. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Yeah, the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards. On 1st down, Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baldwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
14. 18.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Vanette, 37 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out to kick is Janikowski. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.